Hello everyone and welcome to another Pyro Gaming video. Today is Monday, which means it is time for another installment of Nightfall vs. Shaxx Bounty, the weekly series where I go in and complete the Nightfall and the weekly bounty from Shaxx across all three of my characters, assign the rewards a point value, and over the long run, see which activity yields the better rewards. Now, as it stands right now, this is currently episode 9, and the Nightfall has a 6-2 lead over the Shaxx Bounty. It is starting to get a bit out of hand. It's starting to get a little ridiculous. But in any case, we're going to press on and keep doing this and see if the Shaxx Bounty can ever catch up, man. It's not looking good. But before we get into the loot, let's go ahead and talk about how the scoring system works. A 5-point reward is strange coins. This is a large double-digit chunk of strange coins, not just 1 or 2, or 3 of coins. This is 5 points because you can go to Xur and essentially buy exotics, and multiple exotics is better than 1. Speaking of 1 exotic, that is a 4-point reward. Any exotic weapon or armor piece, regardless of light level, regardless of perks. 3 points is any legendary item, regardless of light level, regardless of perks. This is weapons and armor only. A 2-point reward is a Ghost Shell class item or Eververse Trading Company item, and the 1-point reward down there at the bottom is the skeleton key from the Nightfall boss. I have done this Nightfall 3 times a week since Rise of Iron came out, and I have gotten 1. So now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the Nightfall. This week, the modifiers were Epic, Brawler, Chaff, Match Game, and Exposure, and the strike was the Dark Blade. Not bad at all, guys. Super easy. So jumping right in, you can see here that I'm using my my typical loadout. I like to run the Palindrome, Event Horizon, Yallarhorn for pretty much everything. And we do not get a skeleton key, but we do pick up an exotic helmet. And for our aftermatch reward, the Titan pulls a Bitter Edge sniper rifle for 3 points. Not a very solid start, but the Nightfall has came back before and came out pretty strong. So again, we do not get a skeleton key, but another exotic helmet from the boss on the Warlock. And yeah, 2 exotics in a row, both helmets. That's kind of random. And for an aftermatch reward, the Warlock pulls strange coins. I don't know what it is, but I always seem to get strange coins on the Warlock, plus 5 points for the Nightfall. And lastly, on the Hunter, still using the same loadout, we get another exotic, and holy shit, 3 exotic helmets in a row from the Nightfall bosses. And for an aftermatch reward, the Titan pulls a Bad Juju worth 4 points, which brings the Nightfall total to 12 points, and that's not bad. The Nightfall has actually gotten 12 points, I think, the last 3 weeks in a row, or close to it. I think it might have gotten 13 one of those weeks, but 12 points seems to be good enough to win, so it's all on you, Shaxx Bounty. It's all on you, man. It's going to be tough. So let's talk about the Shaxx Bounty real quick. This week, the game mode was Supremacy, which is not very fun. It is basically just shotguns. That's what they should rename this game mode, is just shotguns. And yeah, you had to go in and get 50 kills with the primary weapon, which wasn't hard at all, because like I said, everybody's using shotguns, so if you keep distance, then you can pick them off pretty easily. You had to go and collect 30 allied crests. Those are the red ones that you see on the ground, as well as go and collect 20 blue crests. Those are the Denies crests, and that was pretty much it. Supremacy, although I don't like the game mode, it is one of the easier weekly Shaxx bounties to complete. So let's go ahead and jump right in to the Shaxx bounties. We'll start with the Titan. Go ahead and head over here and turn in his reward, and you can see that we get a Steel Oracle rocket launcher with okay perks. Anytime you get a rocket launcher with tracking, that's always fun. But yeah, 3 points to start it off. That's the same start that we had for the Nightfall, so far we're okay. Next up on the Warlock, we go ahead and turn in his bounty, and you can see that we do get a Trespasser. Trespasser. But 4 points for the Warlock, bringing the total for the Shaxx Bounty to 7, which means we need strange coins to win it, or tie it, I should say, and we do not get it. But we do go ahead and pick up an ATS-8 Tarantella worth 4 points that I'm going to go ahead and actually hang on to, because I do like using that on some of the more difficult Nightfalls. I'll run Arc Blade and have my invisibility to go and do reses and stuff like that. But in any case, the Shaxx Bounty this week had a total of 11 points, and the Nightfall had a total of 12 points, which means the Nightfall now has a 7-2 lead over the Shaxx Bounty, and it is just getting a little out of hand, guys. I don't know if the Shaxx Bounty is ever going to catch up. It's 7-2. The Nightfall has won, I think, 5 or 6 in a row now. It's getting pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that brings the loot portion of the video to an end. Now, normally this part of the video, I would do the community focus where I give a shout out to a smaller YouTube channel, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I have not had a lot of time to look on YouTube to find some channels this week. I've been dealing with a lot of issues with my computer and the programs. Windows recently did an update, and in doing so, it messed up my capture software. It messed up my video editing software. I mean, it was a clusterfuck. I had to go in and delete so many files and delete so many programs off of my computer and reinstall them. Look at those misses, man. I missed that dude so many times. I was going to run up and punch him. But yeah, man, it's been an absolute headache. And to make matters worse, the day that they updated Windows, I actually had just bought an Elgato HD60S because I've been using the Elgato HD, the original one. It's like 3 years old, so it's kind of outdated. I figured it was time to go ahead and, upgrade to the next model, or upgrade to the best model. And I've been having a lot of issues with it, man. Apparently with that, you need a USB 3.0 connection, and my computer only supports USB 2.0. So what I actually had to do was go to a little computer shop and have a new USB port installed on my computer just to run the new Elgato HD60S, so it could support it in full 1080p as opposed to only supporting it in 720p, which is what it was doing. So, I mean, it's just been a clusterfuck of problems, man. Like, I think I finally have everything situated. I think I finally have all the kinks worked out. Drop a comment in the box below, and please let me know if the audio quality is okay, if the video quality is okay, and all that stuff. It should be an improvement, but, my vision's not that good. So, when it comes to 1080p, when it comes to 1080p versus, say, 720p, I don't really see a difference because my vision sucks. But I'm sure you guys will point it out, like, oh yeah, the numbers or the letters aren't as crisp in the gamer tags or something like that. And I want that feedback because I spent $180 on this fucking capture card, and I want to get the absolute most out of it. So let me know if the quality is better. Also, for the video editing, I usually do a lot of like little cards, so to speak, like the follow me on Twitter, don't forget to subscribe, all that stuff, a little green thing that pops up in the bottom of the screen. So this was another problem that I had. When Windows updated, my copy of Pinnacle Studio 18, which is what I use for all my video editing, was no longer supported. So I had to upgrade that to Pinnacle Studio Ultimate 20, which is the newest version of Pinnacle Studio. So I lost all of my templates. I lost pretty much everything, and I'm having to go back and redo it and all that stuff. So I just wanted to clear all that up so that you guys know why I didn't upload last week. I actually had 4 videos planned for last week in total, and I couldn't edit them because my computer wasn't working. So now that I have everything worked out, those videos will be uploaded this week and next week, and we should be able to get back on a normal schedule. But anyway, guys, that's going to bring the commentary portion of this video to an end. Feel free to stick around. I do pretty good in this match. I think I finished with like 30 kills or close to it, which for me is really damn good. I normally average about 20, 21, so for me to get 30 kills in Supremacy, I was on top of my game. But feel free to stick around, watch the end of the gameplay. I'll throw some music on as I do, and for those of you who are ready to leave, let me tell you goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you for watching. Take care, guys.
Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide. Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up.